Get your name for the record.
Yep, it's Mark Dean.
And your role with Rocky?
I'm the Vice President for Commercial Military Sales.
Oh, outstanding. So we're talking about the importance of giving back to the community. Rocky has been a steadfast supporter of the military, the veterans, and their families. How important is it to be involved in the homeless stand-down?
Well, for us, it's the right thing to do. We've been doing this over the last several years. We're now part of the team, and it's time to give back. And it's not. We bring our employees up here. We're partnered with the Guard during this operation, if you will. And the thing is that there's a lot of people that after the initial fray, whether it be Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, Somalia, they just start to drift. And if we can be a central point for them to come in once a year, whether it be here in Columbus, Chillicothe, Athens, Cleveland, whatever the case may be, if we can be, part of that team that helps them, define what their next step is, we just think that's the right thing.
Well, speaking on behalf of the Fallen 15, it is really great that the organization, your co-workers, your teammates, if you will, lead by example through social responsibility. You mentioned seamless transition. How important is it to ensure that our warriors and their families make the seamless transition back home?
Well, I'm not sure. It's interesting because we've done a much better job recently, and recently I mean by about the last decade, if you will, to help soldiers seamlessly transition. But then there's those additional steps. So we take them through ACAP, we take them through decompression training, if you will. They get back into the community. So in 18 months, that still needs to transition. It's fun here at the stand down because there are a lot of veterans that you talk to, whether it be Korea, Vietnam, or the recent engagements, that just enjoy talking the talk. And that's part of their transition. And if we can make it as seamless as possible by organizations such as the ones participating today, it's critical in our country's health because these people have stood up. They're product of the all-volunteer Army for the most part, and service, if you will. We owe them a debt of gratitude.
It's amazing to witness this every year and see how happy, as you mentioned, the interaction between representatives from Rocky, representatives from the Ohio National Guard, and the veterans and their families too are benefiting from this great stand down. But it says a lot about the patriotism of Rocky. A lot of organizations, they say one thing, they do another.
Right.
And kudos to Rocky for what they're doing. It makes me proud to be American, and kind of leads to my next question. The charge for the Fallen 15 is Honor, Celebrate, Inspire in the memory of those who have fallen in service to our country. What do those words mean to you?
Well, the one that honor to me is, it can be done in so many different ways. Whether it's a relative, whether it's a community member, whether it's someone standing on a street corner, it's not just honoring that person, it's honoring a way of life. It's honoring our country's history. Celebrating, there's no greater team, there's no greater team. That's just, and celebrating our ability to stand up for what we believe in. We look across the globe, now is a critical time, particularly in an election cycle. We need to celebrate what we stand for. Inspiring, every time I come out here and I meet these folks, this is a one day at a time event for a lot of them. And that's inspiring to me because by the grace of God, I've been very, very blessed. During the national anthem here, there's a lot of people in here that could say, what has this country really done for me? Down on my luck, I'm slugging it out every day. But you know what? They inspire me just by the fact that they still believe in the greater good. It's a very rewarding experience for me and the folks out here, whether it be our Guard members that are helping or our Rocky team members.
Yeah, and I thank you for what you do and your teammates too, just by what you said, just to have the opportunity to share your thoughts and sentiments as it relates to that. It reinvigorates me and my cohorts too, who sometimes kind of wonder, what whatever you really do them, you lose faith. But you come out here and you see things like this and what you do and everyone else, you know, it makes me happy, it makes me smile, and it reinforces that, you know what, this is one of the greatest countries we live in, so I thank you.
My pleasure, and it brings me back to part of the Ranger Creed, which is I'll never leave a fallen comrade. You know, and that's what this is about. I don't care how down on your luck you are, we're not going to leave you behind. You know, as long as you know, take the hand, offer the hand, and we can still do this together. We really can.
Eloquently put. Thank you so much. Outstanding. Great. Wow.
Yeah.